State government revokes undeveloped plots at Ibom Industrial Park into local government area. Bond for health care delivery in Okanafon as state government commits to completion of General Hospital in Ikoropankok. Governor Moino patronizes Ibom Air on official trip. And Ikon opinion leaders allege poor job execution call for review of Uyo Afankan Road project. Details of this and other stories in just a moment. Good evening and welcome to AKBC 45 News. I am Miriam Ekbutu. The state government has revoked all undeveloped plots of land allotted to will-be investors at the Ibom Industrial Park in its local government area. Governor Moino gave the revocation order after inspecting facilities at the industrial park, where he declared the non-utilization of land allotted to some individuals and corporate organizations. The governor spoke of his readiness to establish clothing and shoe factories at the industrial park. Government House reporter Patience John completes the story.
Ibom Industrial Park is located at Magitan 3, its local government area. However, an inspection of the park by Governor Moino revealed that many plots of land allotted to companies have not been put to use as expected. Occasioned by the attitude of such allottees, the governor gave the revocation order.
All should be revoked for overriding public interest. People should now reapply to the Ministry of Lands only after they work with the Ministry of Trade and Investment and Agriculture to tell us what they intend to do in this park. The road is linking these places are not good enough, so we need to fix them.
At Ibom local government area, the governor directed the immediate construction of a model health center to replace the existing health post housed in the village council hall. Governor Moino appreciated the village for surrendering the village council hall for a health post, donating a parcel of land for the construction of a new health center, and the health workers for providing humanitarian services under an uncomfortable environment.
We found out that in this ward, this village, the village council had provided the village hall where they are using as health post, and they help the people. I've been there to see it, and they suggested that they can't be there, and that's why we have chosen this place. We have chosen this place because of need, very urgent need, to provide a primary health care center here. I'm the contractor. I'm controlling Barawa. Okay. We want to thank the village head for donating this land. But to say, I just came here on an inspection, working to improve the condition of our rural dwellers.
Patience John, AKBC News.
Governor Moino has identified with the Rapture Trust Gospel Ministries International Incorporated headquarters at the Maranatha Square, Ikoropankok, Okanafon local government area over the death of their founder, the late Bishop Moswil Mo. The governor attended a commendation service in honor of the deceased cleric, where he made a pronouncement to complete the abandoned General Hospital in Okanafon and construct the access road to the hospital. A Government House reporter, Patience John, reports.
Governor Moino, who described the late Bishop Moswil Mo as a true friend, regretted his death and expressed optimism that he has gone back to be with his Creator, encouraging the church not to despair, but to uphold the Christian doctrines and virtues. The clergyman taught them while alive, and thanked the people of Okanafon local government area for voting for his emergence as governor during the gubernatorial election.
Show solidarity with the family of our late father. Bishop Moswil loved me, and I can say so very clearly. And so it was time, by the grace of God, I was unveiled by my boss and political father, he stood his ground that he was going to support me. And indeed,
The state chairman of the PDP, Elder Kanakman, and the political leader of Okanafun local government area, Obong and Okman, in the separate remarks, welcomed the governor and his entourage to Okanafun, thanked him for honoring the son who served God till death, and promised to continue to support his administration.
Let me welcome you to your home. We are happy to receive you here. Let me appreciate you for making this visit very fast. You've really shown that you're born of friendship, not only with Bishop Moses Roman, but the entire Okanafun community.
We cherish this visit. Your visit has strengthened us, because the Bishop Moses Roman was not only a bishop, he was very active in politics.
In a sermon, the guest preacher, the Reverend Ndwesi Ikwere, called on Christians to shun ungodly lifestyle, but repent and live right. The governor later signed a condolence register in honor of the late Bishop Moswil Umo and undertook an inspection to the uncompleted Okanafun General Hospital, initiated over 10 years ago.
I'm told that there is a contractor, the chairman of the party has guaranteed the contractor. I've been told the amount, and we can mobilize. If this is what the people want, in fact, this is actually what we say. If we have projects, people say this is what they want, is within our budget, then we can do it. Then we return to site, but please, we also give timelines. Let them open up the road so that it can be straight and coming into the hospital. So when we come for commissioning, everything would have been okay.
Patience John, AKBC News.
And still to come, Governor Moino today departed Uyo for an official engagement outside the state. The governor who flew Ibom Air is expected back in the state on Thursday. This and a lot more after the break.
So eventually I'm going to work, and Ibom Air is for Akwa Ibomites. So if I don't fly Ibom Air, who else will fly it? From time to time, I will go through the local airports, go through Ibom Air. It's part of also ensuring that our processes are still intact, and then to also be sure. Look, I'm a human being. You change style from time to time. I'll miss the flight. Yes, we know. Ibom Air does not wait for anybody. Yes.
A total of 905 freshmen have been admitted into the College of Education Afaranset for National Certificate in Education, NCE, and degree programs. It was the 32nd NCE and 5th degree matriculation ceremony of the college held at the school sports ground, where the students were employed to key into the vision of the institution in order to emerge with the prestigious grades at the end of their studies. The report.
54 students were admitted into the School of Languages, 27 into Vocational and Technical Education, 56 into School of Sciences, 73 gained admission into the School of Arts and Social Science, 57 into School of Early Childhood Care and Primary Education, while 638 students were admitted into degree programs and were administered the matriculation oath.
That I will submit to the duly constituted authorities and obey the rules.
Addressing the students, the State Commissioner for Education, Mrs. Idonse Tebet, urged them to inculcate the notable academic standard maintained in the college, as government has provided a conducive environment and adequate personnel to encourage effective learning. Represented by the Director of Secondary and Higher Education in her office, Dr. Glory Ekpo, the Education Commissioner charged them as role models to be worthy in character and learning and abide by the rules and regulations of the college.
Your family members are here, they have come to back you up, and they also know the number of years you are expected to stay here. I want to believe you will not disappoint them.
The Provost of the College of Education, Professor Daniel Udo, noted that with the establishment of ICT Center, development of Entrepreneurial Center, undisrupted academic calendar, well-applauded conduct of accreditation exercises for NCE and degree programs, and other feats achieved, the college is ready to raise well-trained teachers, academics, and professionals. Professor Udo appreciated the effort and security-conscious administration of Pastor Moino in keeping alive the dreams and visions for which the college was established, advising the students to make the most of the opportunity provided them by shunning all forms of deviant behaviors while focusing on their goals.
To our dear matriculating students, on behalf of management and staff of the college, I welcome you and implore you to key into the great vision of the college as an academic institution. It is a new dawn for all of you today.
Also speaking, the Deputy Vice-Chancellor Academics of the University of Uyo, Professor Anthony Udo, who represented the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Nyaudon Dayo, congratulated the college for encouraging zero tolerance for cultism and examination misconduct, urging the students to abide by the rules and regulations.
The management of the University of Uyo will ensure that the acceptable academic standards are maintained in the college.
The visibly elated students thrilled guests with dance, while some declared their expectations at the end of their studies.
At the end of it, to graduate with good grades.
I come out with the flying colors. Come out successfully.
We got everything is possible.
Mary Slesor Akan Glow Foundation trains Akwa Ibom youths, distributes seedlings. This and more after the break. Stay with us.
No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day. No matter when I show you, you show me love. You show me, you show me, you show me. No matter when I show you, you show me love.
Now available in new flavors.
You show me love.
This is our home, where we all belong. The place where life is beautiful. The peaceful ambience we enjoy when we live together in unity and love. It's only man and you know. We go stand together, we go make them better. We be brothers and sisters, no matter where we be. It's only man and you know. No matter where we be, we are one. Let's live together in peace and harmony.
No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day. No matter when I show you, you show me love. You show me, you show me, you show me. No matter when I show you, you show me love.
Now available in new flavors.
You show me love.
So good to have you back. Occasioned by what they allege as slow pace and poor quality of job by the contractor so far, opinion leaders in Ikono local government area have called for a review of the 21.5-kilometer Uyo Afa Nkan Uranaira Nkwonokam Road project awarded to Z Construction Company. The people expressed their concern during an inspection of the project by the chairman of Ikono local government, Mr. Yakno Okoibu, and the chairman ad hoc committee on the road and former two-term member of the Akwa Ibom State House of Assembly, Mr. Victor Dafia. Eyageno Paul reports.
Addressing newsmen shortly after the tour of the project site, Mr. Udofia described Uyo Farankan Uruanaira Nkwonokam Road as an economically viable pan-Ikono road which traverses 5 wards and several communities leading to the local government headquarters. The delegation, he said, noticed a number of breaches on the project, noting that Z Construction Company handling the road contract has failed to carry out proper evacuations on the road before pouring stone based on different sections of the road. He further observed that the company has failed to properly channel water into a stream located on that stretch through a proper outfall drainage downstream, thereby jeopardizing the chances of survival of the stream and causing threats to people's houses within the vicinity. The delegation thanked the state government for awarding the road contract and expressed the hope that the funds would be realized for timely completion in tandem with the rural development drive of the Arise agenda of Governor Moino, but however insisted on a thorough review of work done by the contractor to ascertain whatever it has the capacity to continue with the project given the observed lapses.
That is a complete process of constructing a 1-kilometer road. We have not seen one. It is not very, very commendable. It's not nice. I want to say that I wouldn't want to blame the government. The government have done their own part because of what he collected as an APG fund. Once he does that, he comes for a price review. But right now, he's not even entitled to a price review by Procurement Law Act. Okay? So for that reason, we, the community, are dissatisfied with the job that has been done. Part of the problem that we see, which we told him, there is no way you can put a stone base on top of a failed soil.
The chairman of Ikono local government, Mr. Nyagno Koibu, alleged that the contractor does not seem to have what it takes to deliver the job on record time and called for proper evaluation. A representative of the Ministry of Works and site engineer Goswill Okbongoite, acknowledged the observations of the team and promised to brief the ministry accordingly.
He's contributing. No, tell me he will form your report to the ministry.
That is what I'm saying. I will write from here and write a report that on the stakeholders came.
And this is where there are observations
and the challenges.
And then you...
The managing director, Z Construction Alhaji Kazima Jala, said the company was constrained by factors such as weather, late release of funds, and other impediments.
Are here. Even when other construction stop, I refuse to stop them. You know why? Each one of them have family to feed. To their own opinion, they are the stakeholders. They have the right. This is their road. Mine is to come here and I want to do a good job. But one thing I tell you is this: if they test my drain, it pass 30% pass mark, more than any drain in Akwa Ibom here.
Other stakeholders on the visit spoke on their observations.
And the width of the road, and where they are draining this way, where they are doing drainage down. If we drain from that point, they get on empty more where they are taking it to. People around that place will be hazardous. We can't do them. The
Na ikat go songa mi we kan na di fra ba. Bese te compare te mierum. Ame mierum. U songa mi di o ka di wai che ri fon nyen si nyam bo mi.
Gan dam bang songa mi ko songa mi pe ne ti tonga ke bo ke no contract to songa. Ini esa mo yong na me kan se mo yong ba te bo na. Ai na mi ne bo fen songa mi tai che ti. Asa ma dem ji yong yem zong den ti ka ka pan tong bang songa ka pe sa.
Iyagenopo, AKBC News.
The Mary Slessor Akanglo Foundation has distributed seedlings and extended other support to farmers across the state as part of the 2023 International Youth Day celebration. Green Skills for Sustainable Agriculture was the sub-theme for the foundation activities. Eyagenopo reports that the International Youth Day, marked worldwide on August 12, was on the theme Green Skills for Youth Towards a Sustainable World.
Speaking at the event, the president and founder of the foundation, Dr. Glory, said that the gesture was a conscious effort to identify with the theme of this year's celebration, but with a focus on sustainable agriculture. Dr. Edith said the green skills in agricultural sector focus on sustainable farming practices, agroforestry and efficient management, noting that the foundation will assist multiple birth parents and children, the less privileged, widows, orphans, and also train young ones in different entrepreneurial skills in order to key into this year's International Youth Day celebration through distributing tomato seedlings and hybrid plantain suckers free of charge. She urged the beneficiaries to take advantage of the training to improve themselves and maximize the yield.
We are marking the International Youth Day, the issues surrounding the youth in the global society. Because one of the things we want to encourage in this foundation is for youth to live up to expectations. And that is why we are here today. Specifically, we've selected some of the vegetable farmers. We will distribute these seedlings, the tomato seedlings and the plantain suckers to the vegetable farmers.
Also speaking, the Commissioner for Agriculture and Rural Development, Dr. Ofyong lauded the initiative and the impact of Dr. Glory, as well as the foundation, in joining the participants to take the training seriously.
Mary Slessor Akanglo Foundation, now you are doing a great job. Congratulations on this foundation. I see that you are going places. You have already started, and you are moving very fast. Agriculture is the way forward now. You don't need to look down on yourself. I don't allow anybody to look down on you, because if man does not eat food, he cannot reason properly.
In her remarks, the coordinator of the Akanglo Foundation, Mrs. Jane Michael Essien, stated that a sustainable society cannot be attained without agriculture, hence the need for the youth and everyone to be involved in agriculture, adding that the foundation's theme, Green Skills for Sustainable Agriculture, is taken on the 2023 Youth Celebration theme, but with a focus on sustainable agriculture.
So to celebrate the 2023 International Youth Day, the foundation known as Mary Slessor Akanglo, this foundation is poised. We want to go back to that era of commercial farming, intensive farming, so that we can have enough food to eat and to sell.
In a goodwill message, the representative of Akwa Ibom State Youth in Agriculture, Prince Ofyong, said Dr. Glory did not have a foundation when she started saving lives, describing himself as a beneficiary of her magnanimity. The participating farmers were also trained on the preparation of vegetable nurseries, planting with efficient management to maximize profits and maintain quality by the resource person, Dr. Emmanuel Akpan. Goodwill messages were presented by the state chairman of Farmers Association of Nigeria, Prince Basinwang, Mrs. Benedict Udo-Ekwere, leaders of different vegetable farming cooperatives. They appreciated the foundation for making the day with a sub-theme tied to agriculture and the distribution of seedlings.
The passion, the values that you have, that you can develop something that can support the society to be sustainable. Thank you.
the president of Mary Slessor Akanglo Foundation. We've been planting for the past few years. Thank you.
It's very interesting to us. I want to tell you thank you. You have done well.
This woman, who is the visionary of Mary Slessor Akanglo Foundation, had the heart of helping others.
I'm
very happy today to be part and parcel of this agricultural empowerment.
The participants went home with hybrid plantain suckers and some vegetable seedlings. AKBC News.
The National Agency for Food, Drug Administration and Control, NAFDAC, has advised against consumption of fruits ripened with calcium carbide and other chemicals to avoid associated health complications. The Director General of NAFDAC, Professor Mojisola Adeyeye, gave the warning in her keynote address at the South Zone Media Sensitization Workshop on the dangers of drug hawking and ripening of fruits with calcium carbide, held in Uyo. The report.
The Director General of the agency, represented by the Director, Chemical Evaluation and Research, Dr. Leonard Omokpariola, warns that consumption of such artificially ripened fruits could cause frequent thirst, irritation in mouth and nose, weakness, permanent skin damage, difficulty in swallowing, vomiting, and skin ulcer. Professor Adeyeye noted that calcium carbide is alkaline in nature and erodes the mucosal tissue in the abdominal region and disrupts intestinal function, stressing that NAFDAC has commenced campaigns across the country to enlighten the populace on the menace of using calcium carbide to ripen fruits and hawking of drugs, and why such practices should be eradicated for the health benefit of Nigerians. She stated further that the impurities from the carbide-ripened fruits are hazardous to pregnant women and children and may lead to headache, dizziness, mood disturbances, mental confusion, memory loss, and others.
Many drug hawkers are either knowingly or unknowingly merchants of death, exposing these products to the vagaries of the weather and humidity will completely degrade them. NAFDAC is calling on the general public that no one should patronize this. And we on our part, we are going all out to ensure that these are monitored.
In his opening remarks, the NAFDAC Director of Public Affairs, Dr. Abubakar Jimo, said the sensitization on the unwholesome practices was a continuous exercise and solicited the cooperation of the media and other relevant agencies in curbing the menace of fruit ripening with carbides. Dr. Jimo assured Nigerians that the menace of drug hawking would be exterminated from society to ensure the health of Nigerians.
We have so many challenges, public health issues that we have to take on and on. So the media is the vehicle. In waging this war, we felt it's a moral war. It's an attitudinal and behavioral change war, a mindset war that we need to change the mindset of people.
The Director, Investigation and Enforcement in NAFDAC, Dr. Krishana Esenwa, at the technical session, spoke on the menace of drug hawking in Nigeria. The Director of Chemical Evaluation and Research made presentation on dangers of artificially ripening fruits with calcium carbides. Goodwill messages were received from relevant stakeholders who promised to join the fight to stop drug hawking and ripening of fruits with calcium carbide. Margaret Bassi, AKBC News.
The 59th Founders' Day anniversary of the Heaven Light Assembly Church of Nigeria was held Sunday amidst pomp and splendor at the church headquarters in Ikorinyati, Nsurubium local government area. The celebration themed "Great is Thy Faithfulness, O Lord" featured song renditions, open-air gospel outreach, and a charge on the church faithful to always be thankful to God for giving them victory over life's travails. Mercy Ekere tells us more. So sorry, we'll bring details in a subsequent bulletin. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo, Labour Party presidential candidate Mr. Peter Obi, former governors Obonata and Mr. Udomi Manuel were among the dignitaries who graced the funeral of the prelate emeritus Methodist Church Nigeria, the late Dr. Sunday Mbang. He was aged 86. Governor Moino hosted the guest, described the late prelate Mbang as a national icon who stood for love, unity, and morality. A Government House reporter, Patience John, has more on the funeral.
At the Methodist Church Nigeria, His Eminence Mbang Methodist Cathedral, Liverpool Road, Eket, the venue of the funeral, personalities from political, business, and religious classes within and outside the country converged to bid farewell to the former president of World Methodist Church Council and prelate emeritus of the Methodist Church Nigeria, Dr. Sunday Kofi Mbang. Paying tribute to the deceased, a former Nigerian president, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo, recalled his relationship with Dr. Mbang and described him as a fearless leader.
We became very, very close. And when I say very close, he will advise me, he will seek my opinion, and I found him such a great man, such a unique human being, such an unbelievable prelate. The bank may his soul rest in peace.
Governor Moino, in a funeral oration, regretted the loss of the clergyman whom he described as his spiritual father and supporter, as well as one who worked for the unity and progress of Akwa Ibom State. To the governor, the late Mbang was an advocate of good governance, praying to God to preserve his soul.
As a long-serving president of the Christian Association of Nigeria, he galvanized the Christian community to preach and practice love for the poor and the downtrodden and tolerance for other faiths. He did not allow the unfettered access he had with the people within the corridors of power or the boardroom of corporate world to mystify him.
A homily by the General Secretary of the World Methodist Council, Evans Abraham, while reminiscing on the qualities of the patriarch, reminded Christians of the need to serve God faithfully while alive to make heaven at death.
Eminent Sunday Mbang preached and encouraged and comforted many with the words of our second reading. Who will separate us from the love of God?
The death of Prelate Mbang, according to his eldest son, Ini, and the paramount ruler of Eket local government area, Didem ECD Abia, has left a vacuum in the family and the community.
The wrath of God was always all over him. This is a man we will miss so much.
His departure has left a huge void, not only among his people, but in Christendom in Nigeria.
The biography of Dr. Sunday Kofi Mbang indicates that he was born in Idwaiket in Eket local government area, served as a prelate of Methodist Church Nigeria for 22 years, was also a co-founder and chairman of Nigeria Interreligious Council and a recipient of the World Peace Award. Patience John, AKBC News.
That's our package tonight. But just before we go another look at the top stories, the state government has revoked all undeveloped plots of land allotted to would-be investors at the Bom Industrial Park in Itu local government area. Governor Moino gave the revocation order after inspecting facilities at the industrial park, where he decried the non-utilization of land allotted to some individuals and corporate organizations, occasioned by what they allege as slow pace and poor quality of job by the contractor so far. Opinion leaders in Ikono local government area have called for a review of the 21.5 kilometers Uyo Afarankan Uranaira Nkwot road project awarded to Z Construction Company. That's a package tonight. We thank you so much for finding time to be with us on the news and wish you a pleasant night rest. Good night.